Tua Tagovailoa, the Miami Dolphins star quarterback, has been no stranger to the spotlight. Unfortunately, a lot of it is for the wrong reasons. While on-the-field performance has been electric, his growing history of concussions has raised major concerns about his long-term health. The latest scare occurred during the Dolphins' Week 2 matchup against the Buffalo Bills, where Tua was once again the victim of a brutal hit, prompting yet another concussion and reigniting conversations about player safety. With 4 documented concussions, one dating back to his time in Alabama in 2019, this isn't an isolated issue. Tagovailoa's health struggles have become increasingly concerning, leaving many to wonder, when do we step in to protect athletes from themselves?
Well, this is not good.
This stadium is very quiet after what happened to Tua Tagovailoa. Very recognizing what happened to him a couple years ago. Everyone very concerned. It doesn't matter if you're wearing teal or blue.
Tua Tagovailoa is in the locker room. He leaned forward trying to pick up extra yardage, and he got hit in the head. A disappointing night for the Miami Dolphins and their football fans.
Tua does have a long history of concussions, and unfortunately he added to that history Thursday night in the third quarter. The scrambling, the lowering of the head, and then the contact with Damar Hamlin, and then the way Tua's head hit off the turf. The contorting of the arms, that fencing position. Now this is officially Tua's 3rd concussion in 3 seasons, but in 2022, remember, a series of them ended his season.
Tua's situation, and it didn't look good, and I want the best for him.
Yeah, very sad. That's the worst part of the game.
Back in 2019, while in Alabama, he did suffer a concussion, but they didn't declare it so at the time.
He's down, and Tua's down. On the run, pressure from behind. He's down, and Tua's down.
Of course, they blamed his back, gave another injury, and he continued to play.
He's down, and Tua's down. His helmet came off. This is exactly what you did not want to see happen, and sometimes as a coach, you just got to listen to your gut. And I think Nick wanted to take him out, and Tua talked him back into it.
In many ways, Tua's ongoing struggle with concussions puts the Miami Dolphins organization in an unenviable position. As a team, they have every reason to want him back on the field. He's a generational talent and a masterpiece of their offense. The Dolphins even rewarded him with a 4-year, $212.4 million contract extension, including $167.2 million guaranteed after his Pro Bowl season in 2023. At what cost does this desire to win come? Really alarming is some of these hits are not even great hits. It's just simple touches and he's hurt.
And Tagovailoa suffered some type of an injury on this play. We have Teddy Bridgewater in the game right now. Tagovailoa, oh boy, getting up. Oh my goodness, that's an awful sight to see. They will take him to the sideline immediately. Oof. Okay, Tagovailoa, in fact, going up the tunnel into the locker room.
Unfortunately, far too often, that's what we hear. Tagovailoa heading to the locker room. Tagovailoa hurt, another concussion.
And, well, we saw last week.
Have questioned the Dolphins whether the Dolphins should place Tua on injured reserve for the remainder of the season, or even urge him to step away from the game for good.
Rolling left with the grain, and down he goes. Down he goes.
The question remains, what is doing right by Tua? Is it up to the Dolphins to bench their franchise player for the sake of his health? Or should Tua, so many athletes before him, be allowed to determine his own future, knowing full well the risk involved?
Goes, slung down at his own 48-yard line. And, well, we saw last week, and he went down, he got up, was wobbly. The training staff comes out. And, of course, the last thing the Dolphins wanted to see. I mean, last week it looked for all the world. Everybody thought head injury, concussion, passed the protocol, came back second half, led him to a victory.
It's a difficult decision, and it's one that transcends just Tua and the Dolphins. It speaks to a larger issue within sports culture where toughness is often glorified even when becomes at the expense of long-term health. There's no doubt that Tua Tagovailoa has the heart of a lion. But at some point, we have to ask, is heart enough? Sometimes it's about saving players from their own indomitable will to compete. What do you think? Should Tua hang up his cleats, or does he have more left in the tank? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share this post. More Real Talk with Kingsley Ogudere. Thank you. Let's go!